After months of gridlock, help is within reach for millions of people struggling to make ends meet during this pandemic.
In the last 15 minutes, the Senate gave the final approval for the long-awaited $900 billion COVID relief package. It's tied to a $1.4 trillion spending package, money needed to keep the federal government running. Now, that funding was set to expire at midnight tonight.
And so here's what's included in this COVID relief package. It promises to help with vaccine distribution, deliver much-needed help to small businesses. We're talking $284 billion for the Paycheck Protection Program loans, another $25 billion for rental assistance, $80 billion for schools and colleges, and $13 billion for food assistance.
And of course, the big part of this bill, stimulus checks. So who gets them? When and how much will you get? Let's break it down for you right now. Individuals who made up to $75,000 last year will receive a $600 payment. For couples who jointly filed, that number is $150,000.
And keep in mind, this is based on your 2019 tax returns. If you have children, you'd also get $600 for each dependent. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin says today he expects the first payments to go out before the end of the year. When stimulus checks were approved back in the spring, it took about 2 weeks for payments to start appearing in people's bank accounts. If the IRS doesn't have your bank account information, you will get a physical check in the mail.
And there's also relief in sight for the 20 million Americans, including Coloradans, on unemployment. An extension in federal benefits could mean extra money in your pocket.
Denver 7 CB Cotton joins us with more on what unemployed Coloradans can expect. CB?
Well, Gary and Ann, that's right. Several unemployment benefits related to the CARES Act will now be extended thanks to Congress's decision. This is something that hundreds and thousands of Coloradans have been waiting and watching for. As one Denver resident told me, her rent depended on it.
Traveling through Denver traffic turned up dollars for Genevieve Reed.
Before the pandemic, I was driving for Lyft.
But at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Reed knew it was a job she could no longer do.
I'm immune compromised. At the time, I didn't know what I was going to do financially, but I knew that risking my life wasn't worth it. And so I would have to wait and see what happened. And fortunately, they passed a lot of the pandemic relief.
CARES Act relief that provided eviction protection and jobless benefits for the unemployed, programs that were crucial for people like Reed who work as independent contractors.
I wouldn't be able to pay my rent without them.
But many of those federal unemployment benefits were set to expire this weekend. Now, a new COVID relief package will extend them through mid-March, allowing the unemployed to collect an extra $300 a week, along with other benefits. Reed says the help is needed.
A lot of people are, not knowing if they're going to pay rent for January, how they're going to eat, stuff like that.
CB Cotton, Denver 7.
There's concern millions could be homeless come the new year. The federal eviction moratorium is set to expire on December 31st, and this COVID relief package would extend that moratorium for another month, so until January 31st. According to the Census Bureau, 1/3 of all the households in the country are behind on their rent or mortgage. Today, Governor Jared Polis's office said they're closely watching Congress, and they will match state policy with federal law.